doing my Don Jr. juice.
Everybody.
You're confusing policies with things that have come out of her mouth that she has said.
You're trying to talk about something that you don't even know about. That's the issue, and I wouldn't.
No, I know everything that she said, but the point I'm making is these are not policies.
Okay,
So,
fine.
what? I can see you win on that, okay?
Devil's
advocate. Okay, we'll play just for your sake, okay?
I'd like to finish what I was saying from the beginning.
How do you think we're going to pay for that specifically when you're giving somebody a loan to buy a new home or you're helping them pay their rent? How would you pay for that?
Finally.
Would it come from our tax dollars?
Finally, the same way we pay for the war in Israel, which is why I brought up the Department of Defense. Our same tax dollars that we can drop bombs with, we can also help our citizens with. Don't you agree?
Really? So why aren't they doing that now?
Well, why don't you think they're doing it now? We're trying to get out a whole kerfuffle that Donald Trump put us in. You want to talk about it?
He didn't put us in that situation.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about Venezuela. Let's talk about...
He didn't put us in that situation. In fact, your administration did. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Pull your phone out.
They are literally enabling this conflict every day.
I'll tell you what.
And giving them billions and billions of dollars. Let's talk about it.
Okay, I don't want to.
Our hard-earned tax-paying dollars.
I'm not going to.
And that wasn't Donald Trump.
I'm not going to.
Donald Trump was in no new conflicts his entire term in office. No new wars, peace in the Middle East, the Abraham Accords. In fact, Ukraine and Russia wasn't even going at it when he was in office. That didn't start until Joe Biden got into office and Kamala Harris got into office.
Okay, all right. I bet you Afghanistan was Joe's fault too, huh?
It was 100%.
Oh,
yes, it was.
So that deal wasn't made by Trump either.
So
Trump didn't make a deal
so
with
real
Taliban,
quick, what month under Trump's deal?
Joe Biden didn't make a deal with the Taliban.
What month
were we supposed to pull out?
Didn't Joe Biden trade?
He was supposed to leave in May of 21.
Didn't Joe Biden trade our hostages and money over
stuff? You're talking over me. Are you afraid that I'm going to say something?
Why do we wait till August?
The problem is you're over-talking us, sir. And you sound very hostile and upset because you know we're right.
Am I hostile? So let's look at the deal then. Let's look at the deal that Trump signed with the Taliban when we were supposed to be out of Afghanistan by May of 21. When Biden had to put in an extension because he didn't give us enough time to get out.
That's not true. Biden. That's not true. Biden waited.
So let me ask you this.
How about you pull out your phone and you look at it?
Let me ask you this. Okay. Was it Donald Trump's fault for Joe Biden taking the military out first?
Yes.
How?
Because Donald Trump orchestrated...
I don't believe that was in the plans whatsoever.
So why don't you look at the plans then?
That wasn't in the plans. I have looked at the plans. That's why I asked you that question specifically. Was it Donald Trump's fault for Joe Biden taking the military out first?
Yes.
No.
Look at the plans,
in fact,
sir.
Donald Trump has said numerous
times.
Why don't you
just look at the plans in front of everybody?
He said if that was under me, I would have never taken the military out first.
But he's the one who drew up the plan.
So your candidate took our military out first, and because of that, he made the Taliban. Hold on, he made the Taliban the third largest arms dealer in the country, and then not only that, they just had a fucking parade about 3 weeks ago, flaunting it off and rubbing it in our faces.
So who did Trump negotiate with? Was it the Afghani government? Or was it the Taliban?
Who did Biden negotiate with?
Oh, well then, sir, you're so misinformed.
Who did Biden negotiate with?
If I can prove to you right now that Trump orchestrated that deal, will you change your vote and cash out me $500?
All right, you're dropped for misinformation. So this is what people do when they come up here. They lie, they spew misinformation, they get angry, they get upset when they get proven wrong, okay? the fact of the matter is Donald Trump, okay, came up with the plan, okay? Came up with the plan, but nowhere in that plan did it say to take the military out first. Not only that, but they didn't even have to go with that plan. They didn't even have to go with that plan. They could have came up with their own plan, entirely new plan, or they could have amended that plan specifically.
Well, they did. They did it by the date. They changed the date to August. It should have been May. And then they left the weapons there. They didn't have to do that. And then they pulled out the military first, and they didn't have to do that. They could have done anything they wanted to do, and they chose to go through with what they did. And that's why it was a botched operation. We had 148 people severely wounded. We had 13 servicemen and women that were unalived. And on top of the thousands of Afghan allies that were hurt, harmed, RAPED, and unalived also. So again, this is Joe Biden's policies at its fullest. By the way, we can blame it on Kamala too, because if Kamala wasn't involved, then why did Karine Jean-Pierre say that there's no daylight between the two? They're obviously hip and hip, neck to neck, and attached, just like Siamese twins, the evil Siamese communist twins that they are.
Yep. And the guy couldn't bring up any policies because you want to know why? Harris doesn't have any policies. In fact,
Harris
does have policies.
The guy was really good at
she
screening.
has none listed on her website. She has no policy.
Do you know what a national convention is?
Do you?
Yep.
I don't care what the convention.
So before the Republican National Convention,
the fact of the matter is she has no policies listed on her website. Okay, so from here on out, we're going to assume anything she says is hearsay. Until there is an actual plan laid out and listed on her website, it's hearsay.
Wait a minute.
And because she
Before
flip-flops,
the Republican National Convention,
because she
Donald
flip-flops
Trump's
so
website
much.
did not have any of his policies.
Yes, he did. His policies
No,
has
he
been
did
on
not.
his page for over 2 years. Agenda 47 is his policy.
They get the policies at the convention. That's where they have their party
they
platform.
don't. No,
That's
they don't.
exactly what the convention
No,
is.
they don't. They don't get it from the convention. What are you talking about?
Apparently, you don't know anything about
They
politics.
come up with their own policies within their campaign, and they list it on their website. Are you delusional?
Each convention, the
convention has nothing to do with their policies.
They vote on their platform.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they vote.
What?
They've done that every time that they have a
Dude,
presidential
are you
election.
out of your mind?
You're crazy, dude. They vote on who their candidate is. They don't vote on policy.
Yes, they also vote on other things like their
When
party
does that happen?
platform.
When does it happen?
Interesting.
Monday, Tuesday,
So-
Wednesday, or Thursday? What day does that happen? What time does that happen? Who votes?
I've watched the DNC 2 days now, and I've not heard them talk about any
It's like
politics.
that's what they do.
That's not what
And
they do.
also-
You're a liar, don't you?
Really? That's what they do? Because I've watched the DNC 2 days in a row. You can ask anybody in here. Okay, we've live streamed it in the Discord,
So,
and I have not heard them talk about any policies. In fact, the only time that Harris went up there was the first day for like 2 minutes and then walked off the stage. She didn't talk about
and
no
she doesn't
policy.
talk until the last day.
She didn't talk about no policy. The point I'm making is she has
talked
not
about
talked
policies
about
on
any policies.
Every one of her campaign trails, like she.
Well, hold on.
talks about
Before you get carried away, I want you to verify. I want you to say it in front of 311 people in the chat that the DNC votes on policies at the convention. Please say that so they know that you're spouting misinformation.
Oh, yes,
what
go
they
ahead.
do.
Say that again.
Please say that. Say that. I'll say that with your full chest.
I'm reading like the site now. It says they go on. They
What
do the policy
site?
right on there.
What
But
site?
you guys,
Okay, so who
Constantly
is
lie.
hold on, sir. Who is they?
the Democratic National Committee.
What?
Sir, what? We're talking about Kamala.
Do you guys not know about simple?
No, do you
Like
not know? We're
politics.
talking about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. What are their policies? What are they running off of?
They're going to be doing a
Dude, put the White Claw
$1,500.
down. I know you
Put the
got a
lemonade
glass
down.
filled with White Claw and ice. I can hear it. Put the White Claw down, sir.
So they're giving a $1,500 tax credit for pretty much most Americans, and they're also doing a like paid family leave, paid sick leave.
Sir, what are you
We already have paid family leave. We already have paid sick leave. You know.
Yeah, but we don't get it at the beginning of our jobs.
What?
Sir, I am so confused right now. What you're even talking about?
Do you understand like what paid family leave is and paid sick leave? We don't get that.
You're actually giving me a brain aneurysm, sir.
You're giving me a brain aneurysm.
You're giving me one, sir. This is literally just making my whole brain hurt.
So, you really support a man that
Why do you switch to
praises?
Trump? Why are you switching? Hold on. Why are you switching to Trump? We're talking about.
Oh, are you going to attack Donald Trump now?
We can bring up Trump once.
This is what liberals do when they get proven wrong. They go into attack.
I didn't get proven wrong. You got proven wrong.
All right, guys. Baby bottles in the chat. If this guy's getting walked, we get enough baby bottles, we'll drop them for somebody else.
Yeah, can we get a single W in the chat if I won the debate, and we'll drop them? If we can get 100 single W's, he's gone.
Live, dude.
Because you're
Well,
making no sense right now, sir.
No, you're making no sense.
No, you're making no sense.
All right, let's see what she's for. She's for giving workers more rights than they have now.
Where is that? What rights? What rights?
What rights? Well, first off, they get guaranteed paid family leave and sick leave.
We already have that, brother.
No, we do not.
Yes, we do. We have guaranteed paid family leave and paid sick leave. Yes,
No,
we do.
we do not.
100% we do, brother. What are you talking about? It's a federal.
So you would be able to take
yes,
PTO if you got
it. Yes.
if you wanted to go on vacation as soon as you started the job.
Brother, we even have paternal leave. Think about that for fathers to take off, which never happened before. We actually have paternal leave now. That's how Pete Buttigieg got to take 6 weeks off his job for adopting a baby.
Yeah, sir, you're going to be gone here. 8 more W's and you're out.
Oh, just
All right, bye, sir.
That was bad, guys. You are not sending your best at all.
Yeah, you really are not sending your best. This is sad. This is very, very sad, guys. And thank you for the 25K likes. I appreciate you, chat. If we can get up to 100K here, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. W. John.
Thank you, John.
Hit the red follow button at the top of the screen if you're MAGA, if you're ultra MAGA, if you're for President Trump, welcome in. We had to start the live over because they false reported us on the main account. We had just as many people in there. I think we were almost at 500 live viewers. And some loony leftist false reported us. So we're back up again. We have multiple accounts. We'll just keep coming back up. It doesn't matter. But let's see if we can get a lib to come up. Go ahead and request.
Can we get an intelligent one with at least an IQ of 30?
Oh, my bad, dude. I'm not a lib. I requested to ask that last dude what the hell he meant by Kamala's for workers' rights. It's always these generic terms that mean nothing. So if you need ops, I'll get out of here. My bad, dude.
Brother, you're good, man. Trump 2024, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna get you a follow real quick, brother.
All right, I got you guys. Yeah, dude. I don't know what's going on in the world. Every time, I don't know, man. Have you guys watched any of the DNC at all? I mean, I've only seen clips. I'm not really watching it, but
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was a disaster.
Yeah, we watched it.
This out every single time. Every single time. They need to they're just like there's a lull. They just like Little John's now like announcing a state and like there's celebrities.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I watched.
They have to parade the circus around. To get everybody to stay focused.
Yeah, they bring up a washed up rapper from the 2000s.
Yeah, it's just
right.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
Yeah, what's going on here? You guys just had. Oh, I see what it is. They had the Stallion, at the rally in Arizona, but because they used all that money and they used that favor up, they couldn't get her to come back to the DNC.
Yeah, where's Kendrick
They had to
Lamar?
go with the next best thing.
Where's Kendrick Lamar?
Little John.
Some of these other celebrities said they're getting paid to do. I mean, they're like doing it for the money, and I'm sure the money's really sweet because they have like 100 days and $300 million to spend, so they can do that easily. That's a lot of money for how much time they have.
Not only that, but you know, you guys are trying to down Kid Rock here in the comments, you loony leftists. At least Kid Rock can still sell out tours, and he can do it by himself.
Sells out arenas.
Who's the last person who's ever been to a Little John concert? I don't think anybody's ever been to a Little John concert, ever. I know I haven't. I would never go to that. That music is garbage. At least Kid Rock's got decent music, and he can sell out an arena or a stadium. Little John ain't doing that. He definitely ain't fucking outselling Kid Rock. I can guarantee you that. 100%.
The key difference is that we're not there. The Republicans are not distracting their followers and their base with a litany of celebrities and just distractions. They're just not.
And I'm not even a Kid Rock fan, and even I have enough common sense to know that Little John is not outselling Kid Rock.
Right. It's literally so that first night of the DNC, I saw a video counter of they mentioned Trump like 140 sometimes, and they mentioned the economy like 27. This is literally a campaign against Trump, not for anything. It's just hatred for Trump. That's the only thing.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
There is no policy. All she does is copy and paste half of Trump's policies and then just starts doing these communist Marxist BS policies, price gouging on 1.5% to 2% profit margin. I mean, Elizabeth Warren put up a tweet with a graph on it showing like, oh, they got record profit. Walmart has record profits. It's like the graph shows that the revenue has gone up a shit ton. And fucking profits are going down. It's going down.
Kid Rock did the concert for free.
Yes.
Okay? Guarantee you, Little John grifted his way in there and asked for like $50,000 because he's broke as can be. That guy's not making any more money off music. I can guarantee you that.
Dude, you're right.
Pretty washed up. Let's be honest. So, it's just like that's the best you guys got.
They don't have anything.
I wonder who they're going to bring on the last night. Let me guess. Lady Gaga or Taylor Swift. I mean, it's just sad. It's so sad what's going on with this party. These people have been brainwashed. I've never heard more people mention Donald Trump's name until tonight and the night before. This is how you know they have a severe case of TDS. Okay? When you have to ask a man who ran 16 years ago for your party to come out to the DNC to do a speech, who hasn't been in office in over 8 years, and you have to ask Big Mike's husband to come out there and speak. I mean, it is sad. And then they mention Donald Trump like 50,000 times. It's like, why are you mentioning Trump? Why aren't you guys talking about fixing any of these issues that are going on? And the crazy part is they bring up Bernie Sanders. Okay, this guy is so washed up, it's not even funny. And Bernie Sanders goes out onto the stage and gives a whole spiel. He's like, people are struggling to make ends meet. They cannot pay their rent. They cannot buy groceries. They cannot afford gas. They are living from paycheck to paycheck. And the top 1%, they are profiting off the, middle income people, or the American people, corporations. Okay, and the oligarch. We need to go after the oligarch. And it's like, sir, you're part of that oligarch, and you're part of the 1%, and you're part of the establishment. Otherwise, you wouldn't be backing the candidate who is behind all of that.
Yeah, Bernie's washed. After what they did to him in 2016, when they just removed him and placed Hillary and just like skewed it for Hillary. I mean, and now he's up there defending it still. After that, I don't know how anyone. You sold your soul at that point.
And by the way, their celebrities aren't their best. Robert De Niro just
oligarch? Okay. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. Okay. George Bush Sr. I mean, we could go on for days. We know who the heads of the oligarch are. And Bernie's talking about the exact people he's sitting in a freaking room with tonight. Or
The celebrities aren't their best either. Robert De Niro just got banned off of X for making threats.
Robert De Niro is.
You guys, they're unhinged, man. You celebrities are unhinged. The Democrats are
Robert
unhinged.
De Zero.
Celebrities for the
All
most
about
part
Trump.
do not live
And
in
at the
reality.
end of the day, when you guys can't state policy, you can't state procedure, you have no agenda, you have no platform. In fact, just a few weeks ago, you didn't even have a president. And when it comes down to, at the end of the day, it's all about Trump. Trump. That's all we heard tonight. Trump. You guys can only talk about Trump. You can't talk about what you guys have. You don't have a plan moving forward. Look how many times that Michelle Obama even mentioned Trump. And she said that she would never mention that man's name again, but she did because she can't help herself. They can't help herself. He lives in their head rent-free, and that's all they have.
Liberals were literally about to elect a corpse, right? They were going to put a corpse back in the office, and they think they have any ground to stand on. It is just...
We actually have some breaking news tonight here. I don't know when this is going to exactly happen, but Ryan shared this with me earlier. And basically, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Is possibly suggesting dropping off of his ticket, him and, his VP, and they're going to join forces with President Trump to stop Harris.
I saw that same thing. This has been going back and forth for a while where it was like weeks ago they said RFK was meeting with Trump to secure a cabinet position, and then all of a sudden he was going to meet with Kamala, and now he's going to back out again. And it's just I don't know what to believe on any of that, man.
They said because Ryan was telling me earlier, but basically, thank you for the gifts, guys. I appreciate it. That his own party is spending millions of dollars, according to him, to basically dismantle his campaign and make it look bad.
Someone in the comments just said that RFK is inconsequential and he'll get Trump about 50 votes. RFK is currently holding 5% of the vote in Poland. So
that's a pretty damn big percentage. You guys should be very worried on the left.
That's definitely a needle pusher. Hey, here's something interesting, Justin. So Elon on X posted a poll, Trump or Harris, right? 3 million votes. Look at the results so far on 3 million votes with 16 hours left.
Oh, wow. It's only been up for 7 hours.
Yep. 76%.
That's on
Yeah, she's leading in the polls. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, but we all know that X is both left and right. It's got just as many left wingers as it does right.
Well, every time they post
I'm
Brian
a left winger
Krasenstein
on it, and I don't participate in shit like that.
So that's congratulations, sir, and put a shirt on.
Anytime you post anything from Twitter, everyone goes, "It's the
You look
bots."
like Gollum.
Elon has gone in there
From
and
Lord of the Rings, brother. Where's your precious ring at, brother?
Y'all want us to talk about things without mentioning Front P Dump's name, but yeah, you don't
precious.
talk about it.
Precious Kamala.
without talking about
What the hell
what?
is going on?
My precious Kamala, my precious.
Kamala. Y'all just can't fathom the fact that
Brother, how dare you put that picture up in your
Brother, you sound like the guy that was at the DNC tonight, asking each state, do you pledge your delegates to the party?
Oh, stop it. I saw that guy.
Yeah.
That was wild.
What's up with that DJ, man? He was like air humping the table to every song.
Yeah, they do that shit, dude.
Just
That's
being
the
as
awkward
cringe as
stuff
possible.
liberals do.
I mean, just being one of the most...
You see Little John was there?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
He was there like...
How Kid Rock showed up for free at the RNC, but they needed to call out... You know, we're talking about the DNC here. What do? They got together. They said, okay, who is the best performer we can, invite here Tuesday night? And they come up with Little John.
Yeah.
The guy who was completely washed up, who used to wear extra, extra large T-shirts with baggy jeans, and he used to scream at the top of his lungs.
At all?
From the
That's the only thing he would
2000s.
say.
This guy
Yeah.
hasn't made a good song since the 2000s. He's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Since
that's
Got
all
Money
you
by
got?
Lil Wayne.
At least Kid Rock did it for free, and he's outselling Little John any day. Any day. In fact, he's still selling out tours today.
That's why he's called
I will
Little
say
John.
this- I will say this about Little John though. His music bumped the hardest with some subwoofers.
But
Back in
listen,
the day.
I'm not a big Kid Rock fan. I'm not by any means. But I mean, we all at least have enough common sense to know that Kid Rock is outselling Little John any day of the week, and the guy hasn't made a good song since 2000.
I bet like Kamala would like claim to have puffed the Magic Dragon in college while listening to Lil Jon.
Scruffy,
Even
you
though
own a
Lil Jon
t-shirt.
wasn't
I just looked at your
even around.
profile, brother. The only t-shirt you're wearing is like a belt around your chest. Do you own a t-shirt at all?
Okay, so all y'all are worried
I
about
will give
is
you, brother.
what
I
I'm
will give
wearing.
you. Listen, I will raise money for you to get some clothes, brother. I don't mind.
Well, send me some gifts, bitch. But all y'all are worried about.
Where do you
is
shop at?
What I'm wearing about. What I'm wearing.
Sir.
Worried.
All right,
Wearing.
Okay, so we'll get into it. Don't worry, we'll get into it. Chat, can you get us up to
trolling, brother.
50
I'm just trolling.
whatsoever.
Hold
I'm
on.
just trolling you, brother. That's all.
He's only pulling your chain, sir. Chat, can you get us up to 100K likes here? Tap the screen, and we'll bring up one more opposition.
And
Yeah,
dog walking.
yeah. Good one. Cole.
Y'all can't handle just one. Y'all
I'm
can't handle
pulling your brother. I'm pulling your Prince Charles. I'm pulling your Prince Charles. Hold on.
Sir, I can handle you myself. Not
Hey,
a
Scruffy.
not a problem, sir. Very easy, light work. I can do it myself. Can you tell us why you support Harris without mentioning Donald Trump's name or Joe Biden or his administration, and give us one policy of hers that you stand behind and you like?
Or the fact that she's black and a woman.
Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate the gifts.
You can't mention her gender or anything either. Just like her policies.
Not worried about that at all. I stand for inclusion, and that is my number one focus. It's always been my focus. That's why I loved Obama's presidency. That's why even back in the Clinton and Clinton days back, I mean, I'm only 37 years old, so I'm not that old. So I've only seen a few Democratic presidencies because they're 8-year presidencies each, and that's a thing. And
Scruffy, can I ask you a question, Scruffy? You know that
Well, it's
Clinton
funny
and
because Joe
Obama-
Biden's a
brother. Listen, brother.
president.
I understand your that you're on the you're on the side of LGBTQ and things like that. So the question I have for you, sir, do you realize that Clinton and Obama were for the Save Our Marriage Act, which actually did not give LGBTQ people rights until later on in his presidency?
well, yeah, absolutely. And I also know that things evolved over time. And as I've grown, as has everybody else in my life, other than
Including Donald Trump.
people who have not. And
Donald Trump was the
Donald Trump still
president to come
has
out.
no desire
Right.
to focus on any marginalized community whatsoever.
Actually, that's not true. So Trump was the first.
way.
Hold on, brother. Trump was the first. Hold on, brother.
wanted me to.
Hold on, brother, because you talked about inclusion. I just want to talk to you real quick about that. Trump was the first president to have 9 openly gay members in his cabinet, okay? Also, he sent Rick Grinnell, the ambassador to Germany, to the UN to decry and to, look at those jets.
Oh, wow.
To decry and
America.
to call out,
Yeah.
to call out,
W snug.
to call out all these other countries that persecuted gay people and condemn them worldwide. That was Donald Trump, by the way.
Like Palestine.
Also, the first. Also, sir. Donald Trump also gave 200,000 Americans with HIV, which that disease predominantly affects the gay community. Gave 200,000 Americans with HIV funding for 11 years of HIV prescription drugs for free for the next 11 years. Think about that. If he was so anti-inclusion, why would he do something like that?
Why would he be the first president to run openly supporting the LGBTQ community, and then also in his acceptance speech specifically mention that he's there for them too, and he's going to support everybody, and then he just got shit on by everybody.
And he
Didn't he wave the flag on at the RNC?
He bucked his own party. Think about that. He bucked the Conservative Party to make those statements. Why would that be? Because he's been there his whole life.
Yeah, that's so brave.
Yeah,
that is very brave.
I want to let me end on the conclusion real quick. So I've been with the same employer since the early 2000s, and we are a very large employer. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people employed across this country. Now, what I have seen working in every aspect from HR to executive level is inclusion and diversity has come at leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds, it has grown, as it should be, because I understand that the rights of the LGBTQ community is important. I believe they have people in the LGBTQ community have lots of offerings in workplaces and in business, but we have seen leaps and bounds. I mean, there's not oppression or not discrimination like there was in the 90s, early 2000s. If we're so worried about inclusion at this point, I don't know what more we want to get before we start taking care of issues that are going to put us all back. So, I mean, I understand. I agree that
Like actual inclusion, is that what you're talking about?
WGG in the chat, guys. W's in the chat for GG and guys.
Okay, so for
we are slacking on these likes. Can we get up to 100K likes here? Tap the screen for a good 5 minutes if you can. All my
tap
Trump
the screen
supporters,
for Justin,
all
even
my
though
Trump
he's
supporters,
muting me and
everybody,
lying.
tap that screen. Get us over 100K likes here. We need your help. We're just coming back up after being false reported on the main account. So now we're on the backup. We need your help. Let's get this thing kicked off the ground. Let's get over 500 live viewers because that's what we had before. And I want to see how many viewers we can get. The more engagement we get, the more viewers we get. You create engagement by liking the live, by engaging in the chat, putting W's in the chat, sending gifts. All these things create engagement, all combined. And also, tap the orange heart at the top of the screen. Join our team if you haven't joined already. If you're already part of it, select send a heart me. You can do it once a day. And these are all things that create engagement. We need a lot of engagement going in here.
Okay, can I chime in for a second?
No, let's make sure that we correct a few things real quick.
Thank you for the gifts, guys.
I'm all for growing the live. Let's tap the screen and let's get some lives up. I would like people to hear an accurate message. Under Trump dismantled the HIV and AIDS task force 100%. I know this because my mother was diagnosed with AIDS in 1990. I have grown up around this all of my fucking life. My stepdad died of it in 1996. It has been something that I have fought for all of my life. And
now, what do you think about Anthony Fauci and the way he handled that?
Why did he fund 200,000 Americans then for 11 years?
That is why I separated from my family because they have not stayed focused on the rights of HIV, the HIV community.
Brother, I just told you that he funded 200,000 Americans with HIV drugs for 11 years. That's
you know what's crazy is
not true.
You know what's crazy is
100% true.
Sir,
and then let's
sir, listen, sir. We're just trying to see.
But like,
why you support? We're trying to see why you support Harris. Okay, we need a policy of hers you're standing behind. We could start there. I don't know what you're seeing in this lady, but she's corrupt as can be. She's had absolutely nothing done. Sir, she's had almost 4 years to get some things done, right? Why is she promising to even do any of these things 5 months from now when she can get this shit done now? She has the ear of the president. She has influence.
Do you know how the
government get shit done now? Why is she making broken, empty-ended promises just to appease to voters and pull in a voter base that she is lying to? The Democrats overpromise, under-deliver every single time.
Scruffy, we know how the government works.
We're getting tired of the lies. We're getting tired of the bullshit.
Okay, can I answer that question?
To make ends meet. Hold on, sir. People are struggling to make ends meet. They are struggling to afford they are literally living from paycheck to paycheck. They cannot afford their rent. They cannot afford groceries, gas, electric, you name it. People are struggling. I don't care what this data says. They say, oh, the data says that the GDP is up, unemployment is, numbers are low, and jobs are being created, and we're drilling the most oil, and the prices are going down. If that's the case, then why are people complaining? Why are people telling you they're struggling? Okay, I'm 31 years old, and I've not once been invited to participate in any of this data or any of these polls. So I'm not understanding how Harris is up in the polls either. You guys keep saying she's up by Donald Trump by 2% in the national average. How can that be? If I haven't participated in the poll, I would probably assume a lot of you in here. Hold on, sir. I would probably assume that a lot of you guys in here haven't participated in any polls either in your entire life. My dad just told me the other day, he's 66. He said, I have never, ever been invited to participate in any of this polling, any of these polls going on, or been included in any of this polling data. So where are they getting these numbers from? You guys tried to say the same thing in 2016 with Hillary Clinton. You remember this? You said she had a 99% chance of winning the election. What did she do? She dropped out. She literally conceded. She couldn't even come out and address her supporters. She had to have John Podesta do it. That is how sad it was. She was supposed to have her big break the glass ceiling moment. Never happened. Which, by the way, if Hillary Clinton was so much more liked, respected, and backed, and we know that she was because she literally got applauded at the DNC the other night. She got more applause than
She's way more like
She got way more applause than Harris did the other night. If she could have become the first woman president in history, what makes you think Harris is going to do it all of a sudden now? I'm curious. Not a snowball's chance in hell is she even standing up to Donald Trump at the polls. You guys literally made a panicking move. You guys are panicking on the left right now. This is why you swept Joe under the rug like the bones of dust he is. Because you knew that if you continued to go down that path after Donald Trump literally he mopped the floor with Joe at the debate. So bad. He didn't even have to go head-to-head with him at the polls.
Do you know how to run
He mopped the floor with him at the debate. You guys were like, oh shit, they're on to us now. Donald Trump beat him so bad at the debate. Now we really have to get our shit together. Let's get him the out of here real quick. Let's bring in Harris. And let's try to do damage control here because we are losing it. That's what happened. She was selected, not elected, sir. And the American people see right through this bullshit. I'm just curious. Why do you support her? Is it actually for her policy, or is it because she's against Donald Trump and the leaders of the Democrat Party told you to go with her and they endorsed her?
And you're misinformed on Trump.
I don't think you actually support her. I don't think you actually support her.
Hi, Justin.
I don't think you actually support her, sir.
Hold on a second. Hold on, because I was called a liar. This dude called me a liar. I just have to prove my point real quick because you said this wasn't true. So let me just show you real quick. This is from HIV.gov. News release. Trump administration secures historic donation of billions of dollars in HIV prevention drugs. Don't ever call me a liar again. I come with the facts, brother. Bye.
I'm sorry, brother. People were, to be honest, people were not entertained with hearing you, Scruffy. You got to have a little umph in your voice when you talk, brother. People are looking to have a good night. They're looking to be entertained. They're looking to have a great time. And you got to have that umph. You got to have a little umph.
Good guy, though. Good guy.
You don't have it, sir.
Okay, well,
you just don't have it.
Let's talk about how...
Come on, bring it, Scruffy.
Okay, so let's talk about...
You're putting them to sleep, sir. Come on.
Let's talk about the fact that we were faced with losing a candidate, and we replaced him in a matter of days.
No, you guys didn't lose a candidate. He's still here.
No.
He's still alive.
Like, you just told him, hey, you're not going to be running for election again.
You all on the right begged.
Well, we didn't lose Joe Biden. I mean, I could argue that he's lost in a certain respect.
What do we beg?
So you all have not let me talk yet. which is so funny because.
Well, that's what you do on these lives. You talk. You have like a discourse, you know.
No,
You said a bunch of lies about me, brother. I should have dropped you a long time ago.
We literally.
That is true.
I'm literally on left-leaning lives all the time, and we
I'm sure
actually
you are.
let people speak.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
It depends what you're saying. If you got bullshit coming out of your mouth, then I'm not going to let you speak. But if you're saying some good shit and some okay shit, then I'm going to let you speak. But sir,
okay, so you don't want to hear my personal testimony.
But Scruffy, what do you think about what Ryan just showed you? Ryan just pulled it up on HIV.gov. He just showed you that Donald Trump secured funding.
Okay,
is that a good thing? Will you give Donald Trump a pat on the back? Will you do that?
If that is true, what?
No, it is. It's on HIV.gov. It's true. It's fact. You can't refute
Why
it.
don't you also look at how he dismantled the HIV task force?
We just showed you that he did the opposite, brother.
He cut wasteful spending.
No, hold on.
He cut wasteful spending. He did not get rid of
Scruffy
it.
is partially right about that. In 2017, half of that task force quit and resigned because they were in protest of Trump just existing. And so what he did is he just fired the rest of them that were on the panel.
He revamped it. He hired more people, just like he did with the VA. Just like he did with the VA. He got rid of 9,000 people with the VA. Same thing.
That wasn't the end of it.
Okay,
He didn't eliminate it. He just changed how it was happening.
Okay, so I'm living in the HIV world. You guys are not. Unless you are, let me know if you are.
You live in that world and you don't know that he did all that in 2019. He secured all that funding. You live in the world and you didn't know that?
Well, I 100% know that my medical insurance is $700 and something a month, and the only way I'm able to get medical insurance is because Obamacare.
No, it was Trump that got rid of the pre-existing conditions, brother.
Got rid of pre-existing conditions. Otherwise, I would not be able to have.
No. Trump did that. Trump did that, bro.
No,
he got rid of the
not true.
pre-existing conditions. Yes,
That's
he did. He got rid of
true.
the. He got
That's
rid
not
of
true. That was done under Obama. That was
the
done
pre-existing
under
conditions.
Affordable Care Act. Let's not pretend. Let's not even lie.
No.
With all due respect, Scruffy, look.
You said Trump.
I don't care what Obama did in his presidency. I'm not even really concerned with what Trump did in his first presidency. What I'm concerned about right now is where we're at.
This is Obama. Obama was before Trump.
You do realize Donald Trump extended
Obama.
You do realize Donald Trump extended the Affordable Care Act. That was done under his administration.
I want to talk about
extended it. What
I was telling him, Justin, is Trump got rid of the pre-existing conditions. So under Trump, Scruffy was able to get taken care of the proper way.
Yes.
Under Obama, if you had a pre-existing condition, you were pretty much.
Look, I want to hear about
pre-existing conditions.
I want you to tell us. I want you to tell us how Kamala is going to fix the current situation of the United States. I don't care about what Obama did. I don't care about what Clinton did. I don't care about George Bush. I don't care about Trump's first presidency. I care about what's happening now.
Debate. Y'all want.
It's not a debate when you're making up lies, man.
Look, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was.
You're bullshit.
What I meant to say was.
Trying to get you to. They're trying to get you to
sir. Hold on.
Yep, sorry.
What I meant to say was President Trump signed a bill to extend Veterans' Choice health care law. And that was done under his administration where he's actually helping our veterans. Not only that, but he made it to where veterans could go outside of the private sector because they were waiting in line so long to be seen by the VA. But that was Donald Trump, VA Choice Act.
And he put in right to try too. By the way.
The whole point is that we're trying to get you to stop going back in time to the Obamacare, all that stuff. What do you support about Kamala? Because so far all you've done is go back to Obamacare and talk about Trump's last presidency. What do you care?
Every time I've tried to speak, I've gone back to something
that's
from
not
the
true.
past.
That's not true. You went back to those things. You went back to Trump and you went back to Obamacare.
I simply said, since y'all didn't want to hear my personal story, then I was trying to move into something and y'all would not hear me. So now,
go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
And so
Your original statement was that that Kamala is for inclusion. I tried to show you that Trump was for inclusion too, and then you
Trump
did.
is for inclusion.
You called
You've
me
got
wrong.
to be fucking
You said it was
kidding me.
unfactual.
Yes, he is.
I showed you exactly what he did for your community and everything he did for your community, even the HIV community. I showed
He
you.
is
what
for
did. You called me a
inclusion.
liar on that, brother.
Inclusion for even veterans. He's not even. He's been disparaging against veterans.
No, he's never
He's
never
Liars.
said that.
You liar.
Never.
How dare you?
I'm a veteran.
has
That's
been.
not true.
How dare
I
you,
have
sir?
zero offense to anything he said.
You know, it was legislation underneath Trump that makes it legal
So
for
see,
people.
zero
Scruffy, 1
people
second.
in this chat. Zero
Scruffy.
people in
Hold on.
this will let somebody speak.
Scruffy, that broke
Not at all.
That's what, like
Not
three
at all.
people saying
1
that.
second.
Not at all.
It was legislation under Trump that allowed employers to prioritize